Today, we are talking about money and saving. First of all, while we are talking about money, it's not just about the cash or bank balance, it's about the values it carries. So firstly, change your attitude towards money. Our attitude towards money has always been the same as how we were introduced at a very young age. For most of us, money is just a mere tool to get something we want immediately. We were never taught how money really works. We are just aware that you get money and you spend it to get your desire. We often find ourselves caught in a cycle between earning and spending throughout our lives. From an early age, you receive pocket money, which you spend as you wish, and then you wait for the next allowance. As you grow older and perhaps take on a part-time job, you earn a little more, but you spend it on things like education or meals, again waiting for the next payday. After finishing college, you start working for a company. You might begin building a house, taking on a mortgage with interest to pay. You work, you pay bills, and this pattern continues. In middle age, you have children to care for, a family to support, and the cycle of working and spending after each payday persists. Necessities seem endless, and so does the need to keep earning. But instead of always working for money, consider making your money work for you. To make your money work, you first need savings. So, how do we save money while still fulfilling our necessities? First of all, budgeting. Keep track of your money flow. Be predictable about your income and your expenses. Budgeting is a crucial tool for managing your finances, as it helps you understand your income and expenses, prioritize spending, and set clear financial goals. By creating and sticking to a budget, you can reduce unnecessary expenses, avoid debt, and build an emergency fund, ultimately enabling you to save more money and achieve long-term financial stability. Budgeting is a simple yet incredibly effective tool for taking control of your finances. At its core, budgeting is all about developing consistent habits that shape your financial future. You can craft your budget using modern budgeting apps available on your phone, which offer features like tracking expenses and setting goals. If you prefer a more traditional method, a notebook or an Excel sheet works just as well. The process is straightforward. Track your cash flow by noting your income and expenses. This gives you a clear understanding of how much you should spend, how much you can save, and whether your earnings are sufficient to meet your goals. With this knowledge, you can design a personalized financial plan tailored to your needs. Budgeting isn't just about numbers. It's a mindset that encourages awareness and discipline. By sticking to it, you can make smarter financial decisions, avoid unnecessary stress, and pave the way toward achieving your financial aspirations. Know your expenses, stay informed about your bank statements, and track how your money is being spent. Understand where, how, and when you're spending your money. Distinguish between essential and non-essential expenses to determine which costs to prioritize and which to avoid. By setting up automatic payments for essential expenses using features like BPAY in your bank app, you streamline your financial management. This approach helps you focus on budgeting effectively, ensuring that you allocate funds efficiently, prioritize necessary expenses, and identify areas where you can cut back, ultimately aiding in saving money. 2 bank account methods. Using your bank accounts strategically is a smart and practical way to manage personal finances. Here's how you can make it work effectively. Create 2 separate bank accounts, each with a distinct purpose, one for spending and one for saving. Treat your spending account as the go-to for daily expenses, like bills, groceries, and other essentials. Meanwhile, your savings account becomes a vault for your future goals and emergencies. The key to making this system effective is discipline. Once you transfer a portion of your income into your savings account, Act as though that money doesn't exist. You can even make it harder to access your savings by opting for an account without a debit card, or one that requires extra steps to withdraw funds. By separating your finances this way, you'll naturally build a savings habit. Over time, you'll accumulate a significant amount without constantly feeling the urge to dip into it, setting yourself up for a financially secure future. Merits of auto transfer. Automatic transfers are one of the best ways to save without even realizing it. The beauty of this method lies in how it prevents you from giving in to the temptation of spending the money. By scheduling an automatic transfer to your savings account, you're essentially hiding your money before you can even touch it. For example, if you receive a weekly salary of $1,000, you can set up an automatic transfer of $50 every Monday afternoon to your savings account. Over time, you won't even notice the money disappearing from your checking account, but your savings will quietly grow. The key benefit is that it removes the need for constant decisions about saving. You're doing it automatically, and it becomes part of your routine. So, while your salary is technically $1,000, your real salary, after factoring in the $50 you save automatically, is effectively $950. You're still living within your means, but the savings build up over time without any effort on your part. No gap of the income and expenses. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you save. Consider this. If you're earning $5,000 a week, but spending 90% of it, you're left with just $500. Despite the high income, your savings barely grow. Now, imagine earning $3,000 a week, but keeping your expenses below 50%. You'd save $1,500 or more, significantly boosting your financial cushion. This simple yet powerful concept of managing the gap between your income and expenses is the key to accelerating your savings. By keeping your expenses in check and widening that gap, you create room for investments, emergencies, and long-term goals, regardless of how much you earn. Small amount matters. You've probably heard the saying, "It's the small drops that make the sea." The same applies to managing your finances. Many people underestimate the impact of spending small amounts, $2 here, $5 there, thinking it's too insignificant to matter. However, these seemingly minor expenses can add up to a significant sum over time. Take a moment to review your bank statement and add up all the small transactions you've made over a month. You might be shocked to see how much of your hard-earned money has quietly slipped away on things you didn't even notice. These leakages can delay your financial goals, whether it's saving for a home, building an emergency fund, or investing for your future. By becoming mindful of these small expenses and addressing them, you can patch these leaks and redirect that money towards something more meaningful. Small savings today can lead to significant financial gains tomorrow. One-time shopping habit. I'm not suggesting you adopt a minimalist lifestyle unless that suits you, but smart shopping techniques play a key role in saving money. Since your income typically comes in cycles, it's wise to align your spending habits accordingly. Start by creating a comprehensive shopping list of the essential items your household needs. Do your shopping in one go, ideally once a week or bi-weekly. This approach helps you predict and measure your spending, giving you better control over your finances. When you're tempted by a great pair of shoes or a stunning dress, resist the impulse to buy immediately. Add it to your next shopping list instead. This pause gives you time to rethink the purchase, assess its value, and save enough cash if you still decide to buy. Scheduled shopping not only reduces unnecessary spending, but also helps you manage your cash flow effectively. With this method, you'll find it easier to stay on budget while treating yourself responsibly. Let's face it, We've all bought things we didn't really need, over-purchasing clothes or grabbing unnecessary items, only to regret it later. Let's not do that again. Limit your pocket money. Allocating money for your enjoyment in advance is a smart habit. It allows you to enjoy life without constantly worrying about overspending or feeling guilty while partying or indulging in the things you love. As soon as your income comes in, divide it into clear categories: expenses, savings, an emergency fund, and, most importantly, pocket money. Treat your pocket money like the allowance your parents used to give you, setting a fixed amount to spend on leisure activities. This way, you can treat yourself and enjoy life without exceeding your budget. The key is discipline. Stick to the amount you've allocated for fun and resist the urge to dip into other funds. By doing this, you maintain control over your finances while still prioritizing self-care and enjoyment. Remember, treating yourself is essential, but it's equally important to stay within the limits you've set for a stress-free financial life. I have seen people enjoying expensive branded wine right after payday, only to struggle with tap water later in the week. Let's not do that. Set a target. When you set a savings target, whether weekly, monthly, or yearly, it compels you to make sacrifices and prioritize saving. This brings motivation and discipline into your financial habits. Just like how your walking pace adjusts based on the distance to your destination, if you have to walk farther, you'll pick up the pace. Your savings efforts will accelerate the further your goal is. If your target is larger, you'll feel more pressure to reach it faster, pushing you to save more effectively. With this clear goal, you may even cut back on unnecessary pleasures or avoid wasting money. Once you set your savings destination, the focus shifts from immediate enjoyment to long-term goals, and the discipline to reach that destination becomes your driving force. It's never about earning more to have a better quality of life. It's about being smart with your money and setting clear financial goals. Once you start building wealth through saving, you'll feel motivated to earn more to add to your growing funds. The urge to work harder and play smarter will naturally follow, as money attracts more money. When you hit milestones like $10,000 in your savings, you'll want to push for more. But remember, the first $1,000 is the hardest to save for $10,000. The first $100,000 is the hardest to make into $1 million. And the first $1 million is the hardest step toward becoming a millionaire. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos for more insights into financial knowledge and money management.